Exodus 20 verse number 21 says, and the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. I think this is the place where a lot of people had the feeling that where God is a dark place. But he was talking about that particular scenario, that particular time where the Bible said, don't forget, it said, and what happened? It said, and Moses said unto the people, fear not. And then in verse 20, I think it was in verse 19 or 17. Yeah, it was in verse 18. It said, and all the people saw the thundering and the lightning and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. You see that? And the mountain smoking, and when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. So the smoke, the way it was, how God was speaking, the presence of God in his fullness, or in his physical, that how can I say that you can see, was dark and was smoky. Okay, so and then he said that, and in verse 21, and the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. And you don't forget, he said where God was. So it was, God is not it's not in a place of darkness. It's not possible. God created darkness. It can be darkness, but it doesn't dwell in darkness. It's not possible. Not the God I know. Any God you see that is actually dwelling in darkness, know that God is not God. Because the Bible says when light comes, when God comes, darkness cannot comprehend it. Darkness cannot stand it. So, it's telling us that God, at that time, where, because they were begging Moses, please do not let God speak, otherwise if God speak we will die, because they were hearing sound, a noisy trumpet, and they were not friendly. The noise was not friendly. It was frightening, and it was thundering, and it was lightning, and everything was all together, and it seems that they were going to die. And that's why God told them that also don't come near that area where these things will happen. Why? Because the thunder would have stricken them. They would have just died. So, but the noise was too much. I'm talking about almost 500 and something human beings. They heard it. So you can imagine how the noise was. So, and Moses was inside the noise, and nothing happened. That shows that it's only meant for people who are righteous. Sorry to say, but I don't know how to put it for you to understand it. But people who God have chosen, when those noise were happening, they might even hear it like just a wind. But you, who is not righteous, your heart. That's why sometimes look, I've been in an area where people were afraid of thunder. I was wondering, why are you people afraid of thunder? Because you see, thunder, for some wicked human being, if your heart is not pure, you have a wicked thing that you have done. Although I'm not saying that everybody, including me, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I mean there must be a place that I've committed sin, say unknowingly, I don't know, but so I'm not a perfect person. So, but you see, I'm not afraid of those things, because I don't feel like I've done something that will be made me to be afraid of thunder or lightning. If you see these guys, men, powerful men with big car, they can drive their car and throw their car away and run to hide themselves when the thunder is blowing. So, and it was later I realized that they are afraid that God is going to take revenge now, or maybe people that they've done something wrong are now praying, and God is aware, because the fear of Satan is that when God intervenes, that one, everybody's, and that's why if you look to Satan and you do your research, Satan always have his way out. He will never say I force him. He will never say I force him. I didn't force him. I only told him, because all my own is that I wanted to see whether they believe in you or not. So I didn't force it. And that's what Satan is always doing. And so when Jesus Christ, or when God came down on earth, He saw that Satan have really done a lot of evil, so he decided that this guy must die, devil must be destroyed at the end time. Okay, so we don't know when, but know that the devil himself will be destroyed. Okay, it's a promise, and the Bible have said it, because it is now, because the devil is actually telling people that he is God automatically, even if he didn't say it whole heart. He say people, so if you worship him, they will give you money. What is the meaning of that?